What is the perfect cardio fat loss workout? It's comprised of 3 parts. You can use any machine or modality that you enjoy. Depending on how much time you have, you can make the workout 60, 45, or 30 minutes. Side note, I'm not delusional enough to think that my fat loss cardio workout is the be-all end-all of cardio workouts. I'm just offering you an option. The perfect workout for you is the one that you can actually do consistently. My hope is that by the end of the video, you'll see why the way I structure the workout makes sense from a fat burning perspective. Part 1, 2-minute warm-up to gradually increase your heart rate and prepare your body for the work to come. Next, you move into high intensity intervals, or HIIT training as it is commonly known. But don't panic, it's tailored to your fitness level. It's not one size fits all, because you are not like everyone else. Before we discuss the HIIT portion, we have to cover the rating of perceived exertion, or RPE. If you have a heart rate monitor, you can use that instead, if you know your working heart rate percentages. That information comes with the instructions of your device. Generally, a higher heart rate corresponds to a higher RPE score, meaning that when you feel like you're working harder, your heart rate will also be elevated equally. But depending on your cardiovascular fitness, your RPE may not reflect your heart rate. If your heart rate is lower, but your RPE is higher, go with the RPE to be on the safe side. The lower heart rate just means that your cardio adapted, or your cardiovascular system is more fit. You'll work 1 minute on and 1 minute in recovery. During the on minute, you want to be in the 7 to 8 vigorous intensity zone. If you find that you're in the 9 to 10 maximum intensity zone, you've worked too hard. You'll need to back up to 7-8 on the subsequent intervals. RPE 9-10 is reserved for one all-out sprint, not repeated bouts because it's too taxing and the risk of injury is too high. During the recovery minute, let your RPE drop to 3-4, light intensity. This will allow your heart rate to lower before the next interval. What is the purpose of starting with HIIT first? The number one objective of fat loss is to burn calories. HIIT will quickly increase your metabolic rate, which will allow you to start burning calories faster. You want to use up the glucose, or blood sugar, which is just the carbohydrate that you've eaten and digested. There is also fat in the bloodstream. You will start to burn that as well. Let me make it clear, you are never burning one or the other. HIIT just happens to burn a greater percentage of glucose, which sets you up for part 2, moderate intensity cardio, or zone 2, which can burn 50 to 70% of total calories from fat. You can never burn 100% of calories from fat. Your liver will continue to release glucose into the bloodstream to provide energy for your brain and vital organs, as well as your working skeletal muscle. You will do moderate intensity for 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how long your fat loss workout is. At this point, you've burned a fair amount of calories. This is highly dependent on your resting metabolic rate, body weight, muscle mass, age, among others. Any number of calories burned I give you would just be an estimate. Instead of worrying about the calories burned, you should focus on what you can control. And that means showing up each day that you're supposed to do your fat loss cardio workout. By the end of part 2, you should be in the zone mentally and feeling really good, which leads to part 3. This part is very important to the workout. You've liberated free fatty acids from stored body fat. With those fat molecules in the bloodstream, you want to burn them off with 10 to 20 minutes of LISS, or low intensity steady state cardio. Now you'll be closer to burning 70% of your total calories from fat. If you only have time for a 45-minute workout, you'll break it up into 15, 15, 15. If you have just 30 minutes, then go 10, 10, 10. If you only have 20 minutes, I would just do 20 minutes of HIIT to burn the most calories in that short amount of time. Plus, 20 minutes of HIIT will give you that afterburn effect where your metabolism will be elevated for several hours and you'll continue to burn extra calories. Power tip: if you really want to dig into stored body fat, the low-hanging fruit is total daily steps. There is no holy grail of step count. The amount of calories you'll burn, again, is dependent on your resting metabolic rate, RMR, body weight, muscle mass, and age, among others. I've been able to stay lean, doing between 6K to 12K steps per day. It's totally fine to start at just 2K steps per day and work your way up and monitor yourself to see if you're getting visibly leaner with more steps. If you really want to take your physique to the next level, the perfect fat burning workout combines cardio and strength in one workout. Watch that next, and as always, thanks so much for watching.